Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the Worldwide Paradigm Shift Show with me, your host, Messenger Christopher Spirit World X, here in March of 2026, still advancing our long ago prophesied to come redemption process. Now, I am, of course, doing everything that I can to make sure that you and I are capable of bringing ourselves into alignment. And of course, excuse me, I'm attempting to open this phone up. I'm doing everything I can to make sure that you and I are brought into alignment. And while I am attempting to do that, I am dealing with individuals who work for the secret societies who've been in control of all of the reprogramming and conditioning methodologies that have been maintaining what is a human consciousness degrade, inversion, blood sacrifice agenda that you and I are, without knowing, committing our conscious contribution capacities to. Now, while I am doing this, these individuals have been, since 2021, doing all they can to ensure that I have as difficult a problem accomplishing this as as possible. And of course, the many individuals who I've already mentioned, who have been doing all they can to participate in the hijacking of this redemption process. Individuals like Louis Farrakhan, Rashad Jamal, Nuri Mohammed, Billy Carson, William Donahue, Santos Bonacci, what's this gentleman's name? Greg Braden, Jordan Maxwell, Papa Duck, Young Pharaoh, and many, 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 many more. And of course, I will give you an update on who all of these individuals are so that you have an opportunity to go back and look at some of the materials that they have uploaded onto YouTube since January 2021 in an attempt to create a counteroffensive that would bring down my capacity to avail humanity to your long ago prophesied to come redemption. Now, case in point, Mr. Bobby Hemmett. So what I would like to do is go to this video that this gentleman has put up, and this video, of course, is called A New Beginning. And this video, of course, he is claiming that he put up in, let's see, okay, you could see that. Okay, let's see here. Now, of course, anyone that knows Bobby Hemmett in 2026 knows that Bobby Hemmett, with his overweight image looks exactly like that right there in 2026. Now, Bobby Hemmett is attempting to fool all of you and influence you into believing that in 2003, that 1st of November, you see that? Bobby Hemmett, a new beginning. That's what that video says. A new beginning in our time. 1st of November, 2003. Baltimore excerpt number 2. Now, none of you brothers and sisters remember Bobby Hemmett creating this video in 2003. And of course, Bobby Hemmett didn't look like this. How many years ago was that? 23 years ago? No. That is a video that Bobby Hemmett just made over the last few weeks, brothers and sisters. What these individuals have been doing is waiting until I put a video up, and they would, of course, take the information that I have espoused in that video, and then they would repackage the information into their own videos, and, of course, upload them onto social media with a fake date and time stamp, of course, that would be prior to January of 2021, which was the launch of our long ago prophesied to come redemption process, with me, guided by the High Council of the Order of the Crystal Keys. It's the most high division of our Trinity's angelic empire. Those who are presently still with us and still guiding me and providing me with amazing information and knowledge in regards to who we are and how we presently exist in the condition of mind that we are. Now, speaking of how we exist in the condition of mind that we are, I want to give you an opportunity to hear this psychopath calling himself Bobby Hemmett, hear his corrupted, broken down, or breakdown, his corrupted breakdown of how we presently exist in the condition that we do, and hear what he has to say about how we are one, and how the illusion of, John and Jim and Sally and Tim is all an illusion. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to hear the true breakdown of what he is claiming to understand as our vibratory rate, how it was diminished. Now, what this man is saying, of course, is nothing more than bullshit. This man has no awareness of the processes that brought us to our present gene sequence mutations at all. Why doesn't he have any knowledge of the process? Because I haven't told the world any of that yet. Therefore, neither him, nor Rashad Jamal, nor Louis Farrakhan, nor Papa Duck, nor Billy Carson, none of these individuals have a clue to how it is what he calls the vibratory rate fell. All he's doing is taking what he can out of my videos, adding what he can from knowledge that he's been using to maintain chaos over the masses, so that he can, of course, generate a crowd, and all of your names can be taken back to the master, who, of course, is using Bobby Hemmett and has been using many other individuals that I've mentioned, so as to generate all of your information, so that in the event the re-rising of the Middle Trinity Co-Creative Christ Yang Conscious Collective does attempt to take place, they will know exactly who their enemies are. They will know exactly who they need to and go and get out of the way. So, Bobby Hemmett, while you've been believing this man has been working for you, this man has actually been working totally against you. So let's hear what he has to say in regards to. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to what's taking place here on Pangea. Give me 1 second. Oh boy, I kind of messed that one up, didn't I? Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Okay, come on. All right. Yeah, please forgive me. Now that's not what I want to do. And I'm going to, there we go. Okay, here we go. Let's hear what he has to say. Now, this is, once again, for educational purposes only. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll get back to you very shortly. On the planet that they got certain information of black people that they can't let out. Like they got that pyramid over there that's bigger than the Great Pyramid in Egypt, Kemet. In China, they got a picture of it in Preston Nichols and Peter Moon's book, The Black Sun. Get that book. Those two good, awesome books. Preston Nichols and Peter Moon book, The Black Sun. Especially The Black Sun. That's a book on melanin. Before it was called melanin, it was called occultum. Occultum. In Germany and in the societies that rule the world. They named it.
What do you mean my name isn't on the list? The registrar appeared at his
just give it one moment. We're going to go ahead and... Okay, here we go.
That rule the world. They named it melanin at Yale University. Temple. And they got black people going through slavery all the way up to now. What's the guy's name? We need to find the brother who did this video. His name is Eugene Adams. Anybody ever heard of this thing? Got to take the brothers from the Bronx. And the tape we got is in bad shape. He did it in 91, and he got the pictures of the black people going through slavery and all that on the temple in China. They even got niggas on the temple walls, I swear to God, taking dope and blowing saxophones. They got niggas on the wall taking dope and blowing saxophones. And this stuff was history that was recorded on the black man and black woman. It's in China. And
just want to interject really fast. If that were an actual fact, we would have already seen pictures of that in the many books that have provided us with hieroglyphs of different sites throughout the world. We would have already seen that. We don't even see that in Egyptian hieroglyphs. And this man is swearing to God that that's something that actually exists. This is how this man induces this is how this individual
And this stuff was
attempts
this was
to
recorded on the black man and black woman. It's in China, and that's why China is closed today. These things are not.
this is how he attempts to induce your faith. He will literally say, I swear to God, this is true. And then if you go look for the matter of fact, he just told you there's only one copy of it, and it's a bad copy of it. And he doesn't. He wish he would have bring it. We have to find. He has to find this gentleman's name, and just total insanity. Total insanity. And what I want you brothers and sisters to know is that you are being hugely manipulated. And further, when this gentleman is talking to you, you have to understand that he is attempting to hijack your very real redemption process happening since 2021 on channel Christopher Spirit World X, which is the channel that I have on YouTube, a channel being heavily censored for the purpose of these secret societies that he just mentioned that runs the world so that they have an opportunity to stand in the way of your clarity, which is the only way you will be able to avail yourselves to your long ago prophesied to come redemption. It's through knowledge that you can avail yourself to this redemption process that is well underway, and applied knowledge that will keep you in the safe space that you are being provided with through me. And this individual has no awareness of the very important, the very necessary information that you're in need of. He's a trickster. He is a very diabolical psychopath. That's what this idiot is. So, anyways, let's get back to what he has to say.
It's in China, and that's why China is closed today. These things are not closed based on political dispute. They're closed because they got certain points on the planet that they got certain information of black people that they can't let out. Like they got that pyramid over there that's bigger than the Great Pyramid.
Now, if all of you have the capacity to remember back in 2003, China was not closed in 2003 to anyone. Consider all of the Chinese people that have lived in America, and consider the brain drain that has been, and of course the tech trade that's been happening between America and China over the last 25 years. Consider all the outsourcing of factory work that has been sent to China's not been closed. And him telling you that is proof that he is certainly attempting to just weave an illusion together. And if he isn't, he must have some secret information that you and I just have not been privy to. Of course, he might have secret information on China being closed in supposedly 2003. he He may have information that I don't have, right? Okay, let's get back to him. Because this guy is, he's, he's phantasmagorically lost in the sauce, of course, as I well know.
Like they got that pyramid over there that's bigger than the Great Pyramid in Egypt, Kemet. In China, they got a picture of it in Preston Nichols and Peter Moon's book, The Black Sun. Get that book. Those two good, awesome books. Preston Nichols and Peter Moon book, The Black Sun. Especially The Black Sun. That's a book on melanin. Before it was called melanin, it was called occultum. Occultum in Germany and in the societies that rule the world. They named it.
Every adventure starts a little lonely.
Okay,
But
we're
don't
going to go
run.
ahead
Just grow
and
stronger, step by.
Germany and in the
get that
societies that rule the
ad
world.
out the way.
They named it melanin at Yale University in the 1950s. It was called occultum. Get that book. Get that book. It's called Black Sun. But in Black Sun, also there's one called Pyramids of Montauk. That's the one to give you 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, which is carbon, which is melanin. This is the key to the Bible, the key to the universe. 666. We are the 666. But the 666 is a beast, the great beast, but no other man. Where is the great beast? Number one, every time you hear the great beast, go to the pyramids and look in the front of the damn pyramids, and the damn beast is sitting in front of the pyramid. That's the Sphinx. This is the mystery.
Here, well, let me give you a little bit. Let me give you a little bit of insight on 666, the number of the beast, and how the number of the beast relates to this so-called fallen vibratory rate of melanated men and women. Now, you and I, the Middle Trinity Co-Creative Christ Yang Conscious Collective, what we decided to do was corrupt our standard electromagnetic conversion process. That is the process by which we, of course, exist within this matrix program, having an opportunity to infinitely exist without having to worry about the concept of living and dying. Okay? And what we, after we decided to, or by the process of us deciding to change our standard conversion process from an electromagnetic one to a non-electromagnetic one, we picked up the field of conscious awareness of the animal. Now, the animals are non-electromagnetic in potential. They do not have the capacity to change a green field into a desert or a desert into a green field. They do not have the capacity to affect positively or negatively what he calls Pangea. Okay, the everything was on one continent little theory he's coming up with. Okay, the animal doesn't have the capacity to do that, but you and I do have that capacity. Now, if this psychopath was aware, and believe me, I still haven't given you all the key to understanding how it is you trade off one state of awareness for the beast's state of awareness. However, if this man were in the know of who you are and how you got to where you are presently, in the beast system as the first beast, in the beast system, what that means is the Gentiles They have a non electromagnetic field of conscious awareness that is pre programmed to be non electromagnetic for the purposes of being your karma, your transgenerational negative energy manifesting or manifested karma, who literally does everything they can to mechanically control not only your transgenerational sensory depth perception stimulation experience capacity, but their own more than anything. Okay? Now, if Bobby Hemmett, of course, knew what he was talking about, he would have been able to tell you at least that. But he wasn't able to tell you that because he has no true awareness of who he is, who you are, or where you're going. Now, in the days of our long ago prophesied to come redemption, the man is a trickster. So let's hear a little bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and cut this video. I want to thank you all for joining me. Stay with me. This is very serious stuff.
This is the mystery of the great beast. You see what I'm saying? The text, the text of the particular text that they talk about, Revelations, was taken from Persia, but the Persians got it from Egypt when Cambyses raided Kemet. But the text of Persia, when you get the book of Revelation, they got a Persian apocalypse, and you got to get it. There's a book called, it's called Parallel Myths. Parallel Myths by J. R. Birlin. And they got these.
I love how he just comes up with these names.
Apocalypse. They got the Christian apocalypse, and they got the Persian apocalypse. And you can literally read the Persian apocalypse and shake your head. They just literally, they must have had a Xerox machine. They shamelessly plagiarized it. They didn't even try to descramble the stuff and try to make it their own. Literally, they took one and descrambled it. So that particular apocalypse is talking about the inner workings of the alchemical text. It was an alchemical text talking about the inner workings of the soul and the travel and the ongoing travel of melanin, or the ongoing illumination of melanin. That's what this thing is talking about. The whole, it's an alchemical text. It ain't got nothing to do with no locusts coming and all that kind of crazy stuff. But going back, they got a pyramid over there. It's bigger.
Now, he said it has nothing to do with locusts coming, so he did make mention of how your field of consciousness does have the capacity to literally bring on bad conditions. You see, he's not as smart as well, I don't want to say he's not as stupid as he actually is, but this guy, he trips himself up. I mean, he's trying to figure out how to get around telling you exactly what's going on. And he doesn't want you to know how it is you, the middle Trinity, co-creative Christ Yang Conscious Collective, presently existing as the middle Trinity co-creative Antichrist Yang Conscious Collective, are sustaining by negative transfer of energy the fail-safe protocol hijacked in purpose, three-dimensional conscious awareness, non-electromagnetic three-dimensional conscious awareness field, pre-programmed, mind you, field of conscious awareness of the Gentile, the Arab, the Indian, the European, and of course the Asian. He doesn't want you to know any of that because he is attempting to keep you in deception. This man, once again, As you can tell by my capacity to literally enlighten you in just a couple minutes with the truth that makes so much more sense than what this psychopath is talking about, is attempting to literally lead you into further destruction. Let's go ahead and hear one little last part, and then we're going to end this video. I want to thank you for joining me, and once again, this is for educational purposes only. Carry on.
Then the Great Pyramid, they say, but they won't let you see it because they know that ain't no Chinese got no history of no pyramid builders or no temple builders like us. So they would rather shut that particular information down. So, going back with one earth, one form of one race and one earth. We all know this.
You notice how he's looking down at his piece of paper that he has in front of him so that he can remember in 2026 exactly the information that he has to convey so as to be able to pull off this hijacking of our redemption attempt. You notice how he's looking down at that table? Oh boy, he's good. He's so on point, isn't he? Yeah, he's totally on point with all that deception going on.
And one earth. We all know this. But we got to understand this particular concept of the whole one earth concept. Now, before it was one earth, it was a pre-physical civilization. So they said that when we were in the pre-physical civilization, the physical world would be like clouds. You know how you see little spooks and stuff running by? You ever see little things pass by you? That's the spirit world. But it's dim and...
What the was that all about? You know them little clouds, you ever see something pass by you? That's the spirit world. And they go, yeah, we understand, Bobby. This guy, unreal. And his audience, that they're a part of it. They're getting paid just like Bobby is. They may not be getting paid as much, but they're getting paid something too. Oh my God, this guy, and nothing he just said makes any sense at all. Why? Because he has every intention to keep your 9-dimensional field of conscious awareness and 7 sensory, well, of course, which comes with a tools of 7 sensory depth perception, in alignment with a non-electromagnetic identity and survival model. Now, this non-electromagnetic survival model he's trying to keep you aligned with is soon going to turn into a digital and electronic currency survival model. You see, the electronic currency system that they want to implement, of course, that the Gentile conscious spectrum wants to implement is totally opposite of the electromagnetic manifest attraction potential that you, an infinite conscious collective, normally exists by in this matrix program. And as long as you are all in and committed to carrying on in the cloud of delusion that Bobby Hemmett, of course, exists by, well, you will see yourself not only being forced into this system, but if you're the middle Trinity co-creative Antichrist Yang conscious collective, Well, the Gentile conscious spectrum has plans on eradicating you, and instead of finding some use for you, what they are going to do is they are going to replace you and themselves with three-dimensional conscious awareness programmed artificially intelligent robots. You see how AI and your intelligence, you see how your intelligence gave life to artificial intelligence, and your degrade in conscious awareness gave, as your field of conscious awareness gave rise to the negative manifestation of your karma, that is the Gentile non-electromagnetic conscious spectrum. Now, of course, Rogue in this Matrix program. Now, not all brothers and sisters in the Gentile conscious spectrum are rogue, but the individuals who have decided they are going to override their pre-programming, they are big time rogue, and they are going to create artificially intelligent robots that do not reincarnate, but do replicate through going out and mining the necessary metals to put together all of their circuitry and their structure and maintain their infrastructures. These will be the these will be the your chosen replacements. Got it? Black man and black woman, individuals who refuse to acknowledge the fact that you are actually the co-creators of the blue sky above, who would rather find your identity in what you see in the mirror. Got it? Okay, so let's hear the rest, and then we're out of here.
Spirit world, but it's dim and fake. As the vibratory.
You hear him? Oh, the spirit world. I mean, these people are so evident. My name is on YouTube, Christopher Spirit World X, and these individuals, they think that using the word spirit world is going to, it's going to afford them a greater opportunity to gain your favor. And boy, oh boy, they just know what they're talking about. And okay, let's go ahead and move on.
Spirit world, but it's dim and fake. As the vibratory rate started to fall, the spiritual world became dim and fake, like spooks and clouds, and disappeared, and the physical world became visible. So in actuality, we are the particular gods that used to rule back then. You see, you just have been duped into thinking that your physical projection of yourself is the real you. Bob and Carol and Ted and Alex. This is an illusion, a hologram. It does not exist. The book that the Matrix is really one of the books of the Sanskrit text, which is Kushite. You need to get dreams, illusions, and other realities. That's the one by dreams, illusions, and other realities. That's the book that really goes in depth of this shit being an illusion. That the whole Matrix movie and all that stuff is taking this stuff from. If you get the Sanskrit text of the illusion, dreams, illusions, and other realities, by Wendy Duniger O'Flaherty. Just remember Wendy O'Flaherty. Let me give you her name. Y'all all right? Wendy O'Flaherty. Let me see the hell. Oh Lord, let me see here. Did I? Let's see here. If I was organized, I wouldn't be bringing you this information. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. If you organize, you are one with the doggone illusionary world. So then you understand why spiritual people are just, not organized. O'Flaherty. O''F''L.
Well, I don't have to go on. If you want to go check that video out, you can. It's called A New Beginning in Time. A New Beginning in Time. And of course, YouTube wouldn't be YouTube if of course they weren't under the control of the secret societies that manage our present three-dimensional conscious awareness, psycho-socioeconomic, geopolitical, religious, judicial, scientific order of the skulls, reprogramming and conditioning, and just allow psychopaths like this to have free reign of the scrambling of your mind. They wouldn't be YouTube. So thank you very much for joining me, and I want to thank YouTube for the opportunity to of course overlay the enlightenment that Bobby Hemmett's giving you with the truth. Well, something close to the truth. Something a little more digestible and understandable than what this psychopath just, of course, performed for you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again. Back to the future. Or back in the future. Or is that the past? Yeah, we'll find out, won't we?